Okay, on live and active. Cool. Let me just set the tags and stuff, and then title of the game. Bang. Let me save that. Boom, boom, boom. Load that up. Bang. Yo, geezer. Big TB. Come on. Hopefully the sound's all good. I'm just testing. Yeah. Come on. Boom, bow. All right, cool. Times are hard. Long time no see, but man's active. But yeah, that was a good little conversation yesterday though about flipping. If I had a meal, like what would I do? X, Y, and Z. That was a very intellectual conversation that we was having. In future streams, I might put on a webcam, you know, because why not? Okay. I've got 63 left to kill, man. This task is long, but I don't mind it. It's easy GP and it's good XP as well. It's just slow. Water, man. I've been drinking so much fizz lately. I need to fucking get some water, mate. Slayer has got to be the worst skill. 100%, mate. Because to be fair, looking at my stats, I've neglected Slayer. Like, quite a bit. It's just not really my forte, you see. I like skilling. I hate doing all this Slayer stuff. I've even neglected my stats, my melee stats. Just trying to max. That's all I want to do at the moment. It's very tedious. Yeah, mate. Come on. Yeah, I don't mind skilling, man. I can skill all day. I've even got a skiller account that's got like 4 or 5 99s. I've got some other unique builds as well. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's just Slayer I'm not really fond of, if I'm being honest. It's just not my thing. But there isn't much I need to get 99 apart from Slayer, range, defense, strength, attack, and HP. And that can all be done whilst doing Slayer. So yeah, it's a bit techie. Because I don't really like PVMing and stuff like that. So to be fair, I could just leave all the bones and hide on the floor, but I've got OCD, so I don't want to leave anything on the floor that's gonna be good GP, you see. So I tend to pick it up. I'm trying to get 90 agility and it's not AFK at all. Yeah, mate. I can imagine. So this will be interesting and you might not believe it, but I basically got rune crafting and agility done back to back. So as soon as I got rune crafting out the way, I went and done agility. And then obviously by that time, sailing came out, and then I went to do sailing straight away as well, back to back. So I've done about 4 or 5 99s back to back. The thing about agility is, it's just that it's not AFK. Otherwise, it's a great skill. I didn't mind agility, to be fair, because you could do it on a mobile, you could do it on your iPad and stuff like that. So it made life a little bit more easier where I could do it on the go. Because it's just clicking, isn't it? What are you doing to 90 agility? Just out of curiosity. I did rooftops. It might sound crazy, but I've done rooftops. Oh, nice. Congrats. Rune crafting's another boring one. I think that was more boring than agility for me personally. For rune crafting, I just did bloods. All the way to 99. Rooftop at elves. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. It's tedious. What's your runecraft level at not runecraft, what's your agility level at the moment? And what's the one skill that you hate? Everyone's got that one skill that they hate, isn't it, in RuneScape? What's the one skill that you hate? I'm sure you've got one. 87. Ooh. You're not far off 90. Only 3 more levels, but I know how it feels. It sounds like it's only 3 levels, but that could be like a month's work. Sitting, clicking. So I understand, but you're not far off, to be fair. Slayer. Oh god. I think me and you are in the same boat. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if I could just AFK Nightmare Zone the whole way to 99 combat, but I guess that isn't a thing. So I just thought, let me just train everything all at once. Because by the time I get 99 Slayer, I'll probably have a lot of my combat stats done as well, and then get max cape. I've been neglecting quest 2. I need to finish some quests after I get 90 agility. Oh, okay. Try some sailing too. I'm still level 1 sailing. Right, okay. Sailing's an interesting skill. I think you'll probably enjoy that, if I'm being honest. It's very AFK. So you can basically click and disappear for 20-30 minutes and come back. But that is once you've got your boat and you've got the crewmates that can basically salvage for you as well. And once you've got the upgraded cargo, it will be easier for you because it will auto deposit everything that you catch into your cargo. So it's very AFK. Yeah, mate, to be fair, with sailing, I just did salvaging, which is the slow method, but it's very AFK. You just click every like 15-20 minutes, and that's literally it. Sometimes you don't ever need to click for hours on end, apart from when you need to clean the salvaging at the salvaging station. It's very AFK. Look for guides around salvaging, sailing guides. That's probably better for you. But sailing is alright. It's not too bad just because it's AFK. I think my worst skill is probably Slayer as well. Just because I hate PVMing. But I just want to max this account so I can just get done with it and work on other accounts that I've got. People, you know what it is with guides? People make sailing guides so complicated because they do so many different methods, and it's like, I just want to know the quickest method to get to 99, please. That's literally it. I don't care about anything else. With questing, luckily, I got those done like a month or so ago. I had about 20 quests to do. But then the new quest I haven't actually done, the Red Reef. I believe that came out recently, but I haven't actually completed it. That's the only one I've got left. I'm looking forward to it, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the quests were going to be the worst part, but they were actually the fun part. Once you've got the good gear, I think with DT2 and DS2, all it matters is you having good gear. That's literally it. Good gear and pots, that's literally it. The rest you can manage. What's one skill that you enjoy doing then? There must be a skill that you actually enjoy, that you don't mind. I think for me it's kind of hard to say because I've got a lot of 99s. And some of them I can't really remember how I actually got 99. But I actually quite liked mining. I did muzzleload mine the whole way to 99. I quite enjoyed it. Funny enough. Maybe woodcutting. Okay, interesting. I didn't mind woodcutting, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like woodcutting was a great skill. It's nice in AFK. Ah, okay. See, I had 99 woodcutting before that actually came out. So I didn't really get the chance to actually do that. But I think I need to go back and do the forestry events just because I need to do the collection log for a lot of them. So I'll eventually get around to it. So you were one of the lucky ones who were able to do the forestry events. Are you looking forward to RuneScape Dragon Wilds, whatever it's called? On PC, Steam and PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Looks quite interesting. It was pretty fun, yeah. You see, I didn't really get to enjoy that, but I'm looking forward to it because I want to get the collection log done on this account, and then I've got other accounts too that I just want to get out of the way as well. No, sir. How comes? How comes? I think it'll be a good thing for the community. Maybe I'm being biased because I play games on my PlayStation 5 as well. So, I don't know. I think we'll have to see how it all sort of pans out. It's of course going to be a lot different because it's on console, but I'm fully booked. If I play any games on Steam, it definitely won't be one made by RuneScape. Oh god. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Yo TB, how you doing? You alright? What's up? Yeah, I think for me personally, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just so used to playing RuneScape on a PC or a laptop. It's very nostalgic, you see. And I think RuneScape Dragon Wilds just looks very futuristic. It reminds me of RS3 to some extent. But I think it's a more relaxed version of old school RuneScape. I think a lot of things you have to do together in groups, by the looks of it anyway. Where are you guys from, by the way? I prefer games like Animal Crossing. Fair enough, yeah. I'm not going to lie, I did like Animal Crossing as well. When I played it on my Nintendo Switch, that was a good game. But I feel like I kind of got bored of it. I'm currently working on a video on my new favorite game called HKIA. What's that about? What's HKIA? UK. TB's from UK. Alright, same here, mate. Same here. UK is such a small place, man. It's so tiny. It's like everybody knows everyone. Yeah, I'm from UK as well, in London. It's a bit similar to Animal Crossing, but mainly Hello Kitty vibes. Okay. Interesting. It's like a nostalgic type of game, I guess. By the sounds of things, you sound very nostalgic. You like old school stuff, but you don't like all the hoo-ha. Like, you know, a lot of people now like Call of Duty, Fortnite, things like that. I'm from Dagestan. Big Egg, okay. Welcome to the stream, Big Egg, man. Dagestan, that's interesting. Isn't that in like Russia? Like where Khabib is from, the fighter. Oh, welcome to the stream, Ravi, man. You're from London. Nice. Me too. I like easy games to make me feel better. Yeah, 100%. I don't like all the hoo-ha either. I like simple games that... Do you know what it is? Yeah, he's my dad. Oh, Big Egg, you're a joker. Do you know what it is with games? I like playing games that are just peaceful. Like, once you've had a long day at work, you just want to chill and you just want to play a game that just is fun. You don't want to play games that's going to break your head, you see? I used to play games like Call of Duty, but then I think as you get older, you just want games that you can just casually play, like sit back on your chair and just play casually. Turn your donations on. I know. I think sometimes life gets in the way. Once you finish work, you don't, depending on what type of line of work you're in as well. I think it's important to just have something you do in your spare time. I mean, some people like some people like watching movies. Some people like going out. Some people like playing games. Each to their own. But I just think personally, for me, I want to be able to just finish work and just play games that are not too what's the word, that don't drain the energy out of you, is what I'm looking to say. And I think a lot of games nowadays demand that from you. So games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and all these like shooting games, I do enjoy playing them, but I just think sometimes it's a bit too much. And I think sometimes it's hard because Like I said, depends on what kind of line of work you're in, but sometimes it can just become too much. Oh, there you go, Ravi. Yeah, see? So, Ravi, you like playing Fortnite. You see things like Fortnite, FIFA, and Call of Duty, they're very demanding because mentally you can easily lose a game and then it just affects your whole mood throughout the day because you've lost the game. I know it shouldn't, because at the end of the day it is just a game, but at the same time it's like you don't want to lose a game. If you're going to play, you want to be able to win, especially if you're playing after work or you're trying to just enjoy a game casually. A lot of games you can't just play casually nowadays, and I feel like Animal Crossing, RuneScape, and things like that are some of the games that are just left, you know, and I think they will stay around for a number of years. Fortnite isn't relaxing though. Yeah, it's not. Fortnite is definitely not relaxing. All of that building nonsense, I don't know how people do it. It's too much for my brain. You're just building, you're pressing so many buttons. It's not for me. No, thank you. You can keep that over there. Minecraft is popping, love it. Okay, see, Minecraft is a chill game. I would class that as a chill game, casual game. A lot of people play that game. And there's a lot of different mini games you can play on Minecraft as well. Minecraft I don't really mind. I've never played it myself, but I've of course got nieces and nephews that love the game to death. A bit like how we like RuneScape. Hop on Minecraft with us. Yeah, Big Egg, Minecraft's not really my thing, if I'm being honest. I've just never really been into it. I just feel like it's just not my type of cup of tea. The thing with gaming is it takes a lot of out of you as well. So I think you have to be very cautious on what games you actually play. I think you have to be very selective. Not into UFC or boxing games. I am. I think with UFC, again, it's very, very draining because you're having to learn so much. Like the grappling aspect of it, you're having to learn how to get someone on the floor. You're having to learn how to, like, it's like different techniques and stuff like that. I just feel like there's a lot to learn. So although it's fun to play, like maybe just like with family or friends, when you've got them around, then it's easy to play. Because at that point, it's just fun, isn't it? You don't really care whether you win or lose. It's just a family sort of time. Boxing, I don't really mind. I bought some game called Undisputed when it first came out. I thought it would be the next big thing and it was just diabolical. So yeah, not really into boxing games. I was into Fight Night when it was around a long time ago, but Yeah. I used to play LOL a lot, and I still do every now and then. LOL is good. I played it for a bit a few years ago. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I think it was very strategic for me, and I just couldn't grasp the understanding of it. I mean, I understood the purpose of what the concept was, but I just couldn't get any better at it. So I stopped playing it. I played Hearthstone for a bit, a game called Hearthstone. It's like a card game. It's very strategic as well, but it's very casual at the same time. I enjoyed that. I definitely tend to prefer cozy and chill games. Okay, yeah, same here. Same here. I think you're a bit like me then. Like once you're done with work, you just want to be able to play games and just relax in peace and not have to use your brain a lot. And I think sometimes you use your brain so much at work that you leave half your brain at work. And when it comes to your own personal life, you just want to be able to just relax. Because I know a lot of people have work the next day as well. So you kind of have to just calm yourself down and not do too much. And of course, like once you finished work as well, it's not like you can play all day or all evening, because you kind of have to get ready for bed and wake up the next morning as well for work. So you got very limited time in the evening to play. And the last thing you want to do is play a game that uses a lot more of your energy. So I think I'm in exactly the same boat as you. I mean, we're in an era where everything is sort of online, isn't it? So I think a lot more people are gaming nowadays than ever before as well. I remember growing up, gaming was just coming out and it was like a huge thing. And now it's like everybody wants to game, even the kids nowadays. I don't know if you've got any siblings or nieces or nephews, but are they gamers as well? I'm pretty sure they probably are. It's probably such a stupid question, but because what kid isn't into gaming? I kind of miss social games like Club Penguin. I'm an only child. Ah, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to lie. Club Penguin was a game though. Growing up, I think it got banned, didn't it? Number of years ago. I'm not entirely sure why or how or for what reason, but I'm pretty sure it got banned for some reason. For me, I liked games like Habbo Hotel. I remember that game was. It changed my life. Changed my life. Collecting those little coins, flexing in your house, inviting people to your house, and they could see all these coins that you had on the floor. People just think you're rich. I did like Club Penguin though, honestly. That was a very fun game to play, to say the least. Yeah, I've got a cousin who's an only child as well. Now he's got kids of his own, but for a long period of his life, he was obviously alone until he had his own kids. I kind of understand where you're coming from. And he kind of just utilized gaming in a way to sort of mitigate him being an only child, if that makes sense. Oh, Vantage. I've never heard of it before. Never heard of it before, but I'll probably look into it. What's that about? Is it more sort of What's the closest game to it that I would have heard of? Zwinky as well. Okay, these are games I've never heard of before, but I'm keen on being educated because I feel like I may have played them in the past, but I may not have known that that's what they were called, if that makes sense. Because I'm assuming we're probably from a similar generation, or age-wise we're probably similar. I don't know. Zwinky. Okay. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Is it Zwinky or is it pronounced differently? I'm Googling it right now as we speak. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I do remember this. I actually remember this game. Yep, you're saying it right. Okay. I do remember this game. There was another game called... I can't remember. Oh, my God. I can't remember what the game was called, but it was similar to this as well. But yeah, I remember this game. I used to play this game with my siblings. Like dressing up, things like that. But Habbo Hotel is probably the closest thing to this. I remember this game. Wow. Yeah, IMV. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. You're bringing back so much nostalgic memories. IMV, yes, definitely. Yeah, that's literally it. Where you had to dress up your characters, things like that. And it was a bit like, you could, what's it called? I can't explain it, but you had to click on like certain things and you could say certain things and click on like little bubbles. And you can tailor the story to how you'd want to tailor it to. It's a very nostalgic game. A lot of the games were on something called Miniclip. I don't know if you remember Miniclip. It's just a website that had hundreds and thousands of games on it. I miss those simpler times. Yeah, same, honestly. Simpler times, just go home after school, miniclip.co.uk. See, yeah, miniclip.co.uk, and just pick a random game that you just want to play. I remember sitting there in front of this big, back then you had the computers that just had like this massive back. It had like a very small screen and then it had like a fat back. It looked like a flat screen, massive TV. I remember just sitting there on my chair and just going on Miniclip and just playing different games. And I just used to sit there all day long. All day long. Now you haven't got that. I don't even think Miniclip's around anymore, if I'm being honest. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let me have a look. It'll be interesting. Miniclip. Nah, it's not. Oh, wait, it is. Oh, it's still around. It's called minicliponline.com. It looks very different though. I don't think this is the same thing. It's got the same logo. Oh, I loved playing those games, especially those games that you had to I can't describe it. You had like a motorbike and you had to make sure that the motorbike doesn't flip so it doesn't get destroyed. So So you had to ride it in a specific way, and you have to go over the mountain and stuff like that, do back flips and all of that type of stuff. There's so many games on Miniclip. I used to play Miniclip on at the public library. I remember when I was in school, we somehow managed to access it on the school computers, and we just used to have it on in the background and just play games, because a lot of the websites were blocked. But I don't know who found a way, but somehow someone found a way to get onto Miniclip. And I remember every IT lesson, I'll be looking forward to that, because sometimes we couldn't play a Miniclip at home because back then there used to be dial-up, so the internet would always cut out when the phone would ring. I'm not sure how old you are, but dial-up was like a big thing when I was growing up. So every time the house phone would ring, the Wi-Fi would disconnect, and it would just annoy me. But in schools, of course, you had very stable Wi-Fi for obvious reasons. 8-Ball Pool was the GOAT game. Yes, 8-Ball Pool is still around, funny enough. But yeah, definitely 8-Ball Pool was a GOAT game. I think that game changed a lot of things for me personally as well. Do you know what's funny? I still have my old account, 8-Ball Pool account. I think I'm like rank 112 or something silly. And I've got some stupid like 1.5 million coins on it or something like that, because that's all I used to play. Right, this task is out the way. $684K, not bad. But yeah, I loved 8-Ball Pool, man. There was a few other games that I liked as well that I can't remember. Are you playing on Steam? No, I'm playing on RuneLite. I believe RuneScape is on Steam as well. What's your favorite game of all time? Of all time? I think I would say Black Ops 1. Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I think that for me, it's between that or GTA, Vice City or San Andreas. Because I think for me personally, that kind of just paved the way for me. And I figured that I love gaming from that point onwards. Especially because with GTA, I remember doing all the cheats and stuff like that. And it just made a fun sort of environment for me, because I remember playing with my cousins and stuff like that on the PS2, and I feel like that's what built the love for me for gaming. And then Black Ops 1, I think that came out whilst I was in school, so that's another reason. Like, you know, after school we just used to go home, join the party, and all just do a private match and just all, you know, start killing each other. It was just great fun, you know. I miss those times. Ori and the Blind Forest. Okay, interesting. Interesting pick. Did you play with TB? Yeah. To some extent, we did play together. But I've obviously got like other cousins and family members as well. And it was just great fun. I think growing up during that time, because I think the way technology has gone so far and how it's grown so far and so quickly, these kids that are growing up now, they will never understand like what we went through and the fun that we had, because this what is going on now is not fun. All this Fortnite and all this online stuff is not fun anymore. But back then it was great fun. Yeah, we played a lot of Warzone. Yeah, we did play a lot of Warzone. I enjoyed Warzone as well. I think Call of Duty as a whole, it was good. I think as the years went on, the game kind of fell off. And you know the old saying, it is what it is till it isn't what it was. So it's kind of that thing that it was great before, but now it's just not the same, you know, because we can play the same Call of Duty game, but it just isn't going to feel the same. It's not going to play the same. I just think those times were the best times, and they were the best times. But yeah, Warzone was great. I played a lot of RuneScape growing up in my younger days, hence why I love the game now. Kids these days are really rude and mean to one another. People were so nice and kind to each other back when we used to play social games like Club Penguin. 100%. I agree. And I think I remember why Club Penguin got banned now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was something to do with grooming. I think people were grooming kids on there or something like that. And they had some sort of lawsuit against them. But like I said, growing up, it was perfectly fine. And I feel like as time went on, things just got worse. Because, you know, technology grew and things just got a lot more worse with technology growing. But you're right, kids are a lot more ruder nowadays. They have no respect for one another, and I feel like it's always a battle amongst them. It's always like a competition on who's got the nicest thing or who's got the most money, or, you know, it just isn't the same, to be fair. I wish we could have those days back where kids were just kids, you see. Nowadays, kids aren't kids. They're trying to pretend like they're adults. Hence why there's a lot of things that are going on in the media and the news. Because I think people have just lost that touch. A lot more things are online now. So you just have to be very, very careful in who you're communicating with as well. Can you explain what RuneScape is? Yeah, of course. RuneScape, to give you a brief overview, is... Well, there's two versions. Let me start there. So you've got an old school version, which is what I'm playing currently. And then you have the RuneScape 3 version, which is the newest version. But it's more for people that are not familiar with the old school sort of mechanics, put it that way. So, why am I getting hit so much? Am I forgetting something? I think I've put the wrong shield on. Oh well. Yeah, so this one that I'm playing currently is old school RuneScape, And effectively, it's a bit like Minecraft. So where you were mentioning Minecraft earlier on, you do like PVMing. So at the moment, I'm doing Slayer. I'm killing these skeleton wyverns, and because that is my Slayer task at the moment. And you basically have different skills that you can work on, from mining to smithing, fishing, cooking, fire making, wood cutting, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, Adorkables is right. Don't play RuneScape 3. If you're new, try out old school RuneScape, because I feel like you'll fall in love with it. I feel like RuneScape 3 is just completely different. It's just not going to give you the same feel as old school RuneScape. So yeah, but yeah, RuneScape is practically just, you know, a bit like Minecraft. You're training different skills. The highest level you can get a skill to is 99, and you can do different things. You know, it's basically open world. You can do a lot of different things. It's great fun. You can meet your friends in different worlds as well. So at the moment, I'm in world 4564, and you can meet each other in in the same world. You can do things together. You can mine together. You can boss together. You can do raids. There's so many different things you can do in this game. It's just a very, very good game to play and be aware of. It's nothing like a game that's out there. It's completely different, and it's way better than it was before. You know, now you've got a lot more, like, of the creators of the game are called Jagex, and of course they've been around for a number of years, decades, and they've done really, really well, and they're really, really supportive now. They're doing a lot more things online. You know, it's a very community based game, I would say. Old school, not RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3, I don't even think they care that much about it. But old school, 100%, it's a game that you should really, really look into. I think you will enjoy it. Big Egg, if you've never played RuneScape, I would say just give it a shot. If you've got a Steam account, give that a shot. And I would say try it before RuneScape Dragon Wilds comes out. So I think that will give you the best opportunity to get a good feel for the game. It's a great game, man, honestly. I've been playing it for over a decade myself, so I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't enjoy the game. Isn't Dragon Wilds already out? No, it's out on September the 15th. What they are probably playing is there was an early access that you could get to play the game on Steam. So I think that is what they're playing at the moment. It's the early access. I don't believe you can do everything on it. You can do specific things at the moment. But the actual game will be out on the 15th of September. And that would be on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 5. And yeah, I think that's it. And I believe it's £25. I think you have to buy it as well. I don't think it's free. Well, to be fair, I mean, I don't think RuneScape is free anyway. You kind of have to pay membership, because a lot of the skills you can't do anyway. So you're kind of forced to buy membership. But I don't think Dragon Wilds is going to be like that. I think you just pay for the game and then that is it. I think everything else is free. I don't think there is a membership. I mean, I've seen bits of it. I've seen little snippets and clips. I feel like it will only be a game for me if I've got friends that are playing it as well. Because I don't really like playing games, especially on console, without friends or without a family member or something. You know, I don't like playing single player games. I think it's boring. And I think that is because we grew up in a generation or an era where, you know, we were playing games together with friends, family, X, Y, and Z. So I think for us, it's not the norm to play alone. So there's a few games coming out this year that I'm looking forward to. You got a good story-based game called Wolverine coming out on console. We had 007 come out last week, which I've played. You obviously got RuneScape Dragon Wilds coming out in September. You've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 coming out in October. So there's quite a few different games that are coming out that I'm looking forward to. But again, you know, how many times am I going to play that game? And I'm a bit like you, Adorkables. I think from my understanding is that you like playing nostalgic games, casual games, but also don't like playing games alone either. It's of course more fun when you play with people, isn't it? So I'm a bit like that. I enjoy playing games with people. Yep. Yeah. There we go. I knew it. I think RuneScape is probably one of the few games that I can play alone where I don't need to communicate with anyone. And I think the reason for that is because it's not draining any energy out of me. It's very casual. Even when you're doing PVMing or you're doing raids or you're doing bossing, I've never personally done raids before, but you know, when I did do the quests and things like that, where you have to do the trial run of the raids, it wasn't really that difficult. It was pretty chill. And I think it will be even more chill when you've got friends and family to do it with. I like playing RuneScape because it allows me to do other things like draw. Oh, you like to draw? Interesting. I'm very fond of people that can draw. It's a very commendable skill to have because I can't draw to save my life, if I'm being honest. I mean, I done art in school, but I think I only chose it just because it was an easy subject. I was never good at it, but I have a huge amount of admiration for people that can draw, especially when it's like massive paintings. Like, it's just very therapeutic to see someone draw and paint. It's very commendable if I can see someone paint, and it's just like amazing to see. I love to buy art and stuff like that to put up in my house, especially hand painted stuff and hand drawn. I really like that stuff. I like Pokemon as well. Just as an FYI, I'm very fond of Pokemon. You know, I collect a few Pokemon stuff myself. I enjoy it. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Love Mario. I've got a few pieces displayed in my house. Would you stop gaming in the future? TB, I don't know. Depends what the future holds, you see. I think it's difficult for me to answer that because you never know what life brings or what life has for you on the table. But I don't think I ever will, if I'm being honest. Like, I've got some friends that are late 30s, 37, 36, and they're still gaming. I don't think you can ever take gaming out of someone, but I feel like the games I play might change. But I don't think I'll ever just stop gaming. Yeah, I just think it's a passion of mine. I enjoy doing it. I like it. And if streaming goes well and, it does really well for me in life, then I hope to stay. Oh, granite legs. What a loot drop. Collection log as well. Beautiful. How much is that? 60 odd K. Yeah, 65K drop. Nice. Yeah, I think it just depends. I love gaming. I enjoy it. So I don't think I'll ever just quit gaming. Unless, of course, I really have to. Because, life will just put things in the way. Especially when you've got your own family and stuff like that. And, of course, gaming does take a back seat. You can't game for the rest of your life. But I think when I do have spare time, then I'll definitely be gaming. But then again, it just depends on how streaming goes as well. If streaming does really, really well and it becomes part of my hobby and job, then I don't think I'll ever just stop gaming. I draw a lot. Painting is a lot harder than sketching. Yeah, I think I figured that. I think with painting, it's very difficult if you make a mistake to then erase it. Whereas with sketching or drawing, it's easy for you to then rub the mistake out as well and just carry on. But either way, I mean, drawing, painting, either way is commendable. What do you draw? Do you draw specific things or just anything really? Or do you like to draw specific, I don't know, is it like cartoons or what kind of drawings do you do? Ah, okay. Do, 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 do. Oh, fuck. It's frozen me. Fuck. I like drawing all sorts of things, but mainly I'm just drawing future potential tattoos I might get. Oh, okay. Nice. Interesting. I mean, it's a great skill to have, honestly. And the thing is, especially if you're really, really good at it, you can turn it into a business in the future. So it's great. I think you're doing well. Such a great skill to have. I'm kind of jealous. Can't draw to save my life. Have you always been into drawing then? Or have you just got better over time, or were you just naturally God gifted? Yeah, I just don't think I've got it in me. I don't think I'm that good at it. I think some people are just naturally born good at it, and others have to get better over time. Really enjoy drawing because I need to be home alone for a long period of time. Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. It's interesting, isn't it? You always try and find things to do to just occupy your mind and your brain. It's a bit like me, like being home alone. It's like I just either game or play music, not loud, but I try and play it on the TV downstairs just to have a bit of noise in the background whilst I'm doing stuff. It's weird, like some of the things that you do when you're by yourself. You do a lot of different things just to make sure that your house isn't that quiet. So completely understand where you're coming from. So I've got two things. You like drawing and you like playing RuneScape and casual games. There you go, see? Everybody thinks it's cool that you can draw. I'm kind of jealous. I used to draw on the ground and the walls underneath the dining table. Oh god. We've all been there, I guess. Having permanent markers and scribbling everywhere. And you had the elders and your parents just screaming and shouting. You can start talking. Oh god. Yeah, Ravi, it's never too late. All we need is a pencil and a paper and just get going. That's good motivation. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think with drawing it's quite self-explanatory, isn't it? Get a pen, not pen, sorry, a pencil, a piece of paper, and just start drawing random things in front of you. And it's funny because with art, it's such a beautiful thing that you can draw anything. You know, you can literally grab a pencil and a paper and draw whatever is in front of you. You can draw this mic, you can draw this Red Bull can, you can draw this laptop, the TV, the controller. Yeah, it's a bit like handwriting, isn't it? Everyone's got their own way of writing the same thing. It's funny because if everybody in the world was to write a sentence, it's the same sentence, but everyone's written it differently. Quite cool, actually. Just that concept is amazing. Getting some good drops here. What is going on today? Wow. Not complaining, but thank you. He's probably ever since I was 5 or 6. I'm 24 now. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm 29, just as an FYI, so just slightly older than yourself. But it's weird because we've got similar gaming experiences, but we're like basically from two different generations if you think about it. You must have paper books of drawings everywhere. You must have books and papers everywhere lying around. Yeah, you see, life is crazy, isn't it? You see, with me personally, I'm such a deep sort of thinker. I'm very like communicative. I'm very a deep thinker. So I find it just weird how people can be from different sort of parts of the world, even different ages, but yet gaming and just things just bring people together. I think it's just phenomenal. There isn't anything else that will bring people together. I mean, there's other things like the obvious things like football or sports and things like that will bring people together. But I just think gaming, it's just got that touch. I just feel like gaming just brings people together. When you speak to random people and you say, well, I play this game or I play that game, and a lot of the times they play the same game and you end up adding each other online. Like, it's just, it's incredible. I don't know. I can't describe it. I've met some beautiful people online as well. Like, I've made some beautiful friends that I've met gaming, playing PlayStation, that I wouldn't have ever met before. So it's just incredible. You should see my wall. It's riddled with sketches. I can't blame you. I'd love to go to an artist's house. Yeah, same here. That would be quite interesting. I think their house will tell you a lot about that person. Yeah, 100%. I think it's amazing how, when you go to someone's house, especially if they like drawing or they like art, if you go to their house, look at the different pieces that they collect or that they've drawn over the years, it will build a very big picture about who they were, which is, it's just phenomenal. Like, there's nothing like it. I'm not an artist, I just enjoy drawing. Yeah, I think every person who likes art or drawing would say that. But, of course, I haven't seen any of your work, of course, but I have no doubt that it's phenomenal work. Especially if you've been doing it from young as well. That experience and the way you draw, and your hand will just know what it's doing, which is incredible. So I think art is similar to gaming. I don't know how, if you would agree with that. Like through art, you can meet a lot of good people. And through art, it tells you a story. And I think gaming has its own little sweet touch to it as well. It's a completely different thing, but I just feel like it's got a lot in common. Oh, I'm almost 88 defense. 900 XP. Interesting. Interesting. How's your weekend though, everyone? What was you guys up to over the weekend? Did you guys get up too much? Has anyone seen this new movie that everyone keeps talking about called The Obsession? I think they're both unique. Hopefully there's no pun intended, because my RuneScape name is Unique Pain, so... No, I'm joking. But they're definitely a bit more similar than they may seem. Yeah. I agree. I think they're one of the last few things that actually bring people together in a positive way. I haven't seen it. What is it about? Ooh. From what I've heard, I mean, I haven't watched it myself, but I've heard very good things about it, and people are saying it's one of the best horror movies to ever be created, which is a big statement. I do like horror movies myself. I don't know if you do, but apparently it's one of the best horror movies made. I don't know exactly what it's about, but all I know is that it's a horror movie, effectively. I don't have much more much more information than that. I watched a movie called The Mummy. That's like horror, thriller. It's all sort of mixed. That was a very good movie, and that's probably one of the best movies I've watched in a very long time. It's called The Mummy. But I need to watch The Obsession because everybody keeps telling me about it and saying that it's one of the best horror movies to ever be made, which is a very big statement to make, and it's got very good reviews. So I'm planning on seeing that, but yeah, it's just trying to find time to watch stuff and watch movies. I remember watching The Mummy. Yeah, so you've probably watched the old one. There's a new one that's out. It's called The Mummy. I don't know if it's part 3 or part 2. I can't remember. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you probably watched the old one. There's a new one that came out last month. That was really, really good. Probably one of the best movies I've watched in a long time. It's obviously a follow-up of the previous movie, but incredible movie. Phenomenal. I would say give it a watch if you can, and maybe The Obsession as well. I haven't watched The Obsession myself, but I would say if people are speaking good things about it, then it's probably worth watching. Have you seen it, Ravi? Yeah, there you go. See, Ravi loved it. I'm assuming you're going to probably like it as well. especially if you like horror movies. I'm not sure if you do, but if you do, I feel like you'll probably enjoy it. Oh wow, how are granite legs 120k? Whoa, the market's absolutely mental. Something happened. It's never this high. Wow. Incredible. Okay. I don't enjoy watching horror movies alone, but definitely with some friends. Yeah, fair enough. I can kind of echo where you're coming from on that. Yeah, it's a bit weird watching horror movies by yourself. I'll tell you that for sure. Me personally, I don't like watching horror movies myself either. Not by myself. Definitely with like friends or family, but I can't. I don't know how people do it by themselves. I just can't. Like, it's not scary or anything like that. I just find it a little bit weird. You just sat there in the dark watching a movie by yourself. Okay, I've got a Wimes task. I always forget what to wear. What I need is that. I think that as well. How long have you been playing RuneScape for then, Adorkables? Or Ravi or anyone in the chat, how long have you guys been playing RuneScape for? Back in 2010. Oh, okay. Okay, so not that long ago then. 10 years. Okay, beautiful. Oh my god, wow. Interesting. So Adorkables, you've only recently started playing. I mean, 6 years is not a long time. We're in 2026. I mean, it is a long time, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, RuneScape's been around for so long. Interesting. Ravi, 10 years, amazing. Do you still play then, Ravi, or not really? Nah, okay, fair enough. Burnt out. Oh god. I feel you though. I might just skip this task. I can't be bothered with these. Yeah, let me skip it. I can't be bothered. Not virus. I might just go block them. I think it's such a weird and tedious task. I think with RuneScape, it's you can easily get very burnt out. I don't blame you, man. I can't remember what the code is. Is it CKS or something? No, that's Canifis. Let me see. CKR. That's it. That's why you have to do something else while playing. There we go, Adorkables. You hit the nail on the head. You're absolutely right. I think if you just stick to playing games, I think that's why it's very important where we were talking about earlier about AFK skills. So where you were saying agility is tedious and it's not really AFK, I think now I understand why you want it to be AFK so you can do other things. Because if it isn't, you can easily get burnt out. And Ravi, I think Adorkables is right. You got to find something else to do whilst you're playing. Because RuneScape is very time consuming and tedious. And I think it's not viable or appropriate to just sit there and look at a screen all day clicking. I think at that point you will burn yourself out. So I think Adorkables is right. You have to sort of do other things whilst gaming. Of course, if you're playing other games like RuneScape or not RuneScape, sorry, Call of Duty or Fortnite and things like that. Of course, there isn't much you can do but focus on the game. But at that point, it's completely different because it's a different game that you're playing. When you draw, time just flies by, so you won't even realize it exactly. There you go. See? Dagonos. I'll do that. That's cool. Yeah, I think drawing is one of the best ways. You can AFK in RuneScape and start drawing. That's amazing. That's crazy. I think that's why a lot of people, what they do is they play RuneScape, do something AFK, and then put a movie on in the background as well, which is fine to do as well. That's each to their own, isn't it? It's amazing that you can draw. Ravi, do you do anything in your spare time then, for you to not get burnt out? But to be fair, even myself, I get burnt out sometimes as well. I think I was burnt out from playing RuneScape when I had been doing 599s back to back. I think that really took a lot out of me. Five whole 99s, geez, yeah. To be fair, I mean, whilst you're in the chat, I think what I did was, and I'll be honest with you, because as you can see, I don't combat at all. You can see my combat's really, really low. So all I've been doing is getting 99s. I've probably got like maybe 7 in a row, back to back. But I remember getting cooking out the way. Then after cooking, I got fire making. And that was because Winter Toad came out. So I managed to get 99. And then I moved on to crafting. And that was right after fire making. I got that to 99. Then I got thieving done. That was RD nights before the patch where you could just AFK and click. Then I got mining out the way, because what my plan was is to get mining out the way, and the money that I make from mining I can then use on herblore, and that's exactly what I done. I used it on herblore. Then I got smithing out the way, because there was a method where you could do addy plates and you could make a little bit of profit, and then you could do not rune cage, I think it was like rune dart tips where you could break even at that time. So I got smithing out the way. Then I done fletching, and then I done alking to 99. Then I done prayer, and then I done rune crafting. No, then I done construction, and then I done rune crafting. Then I done agility, and then I obviously done farming periodically because of course you have to wait for the trees to grow. So that eventually I got that done, and then sailing was the last skill I done to 99. And I think fishing I got somewhere in between. I can't really remember, but I basically got a lot of 99s just out of the way early. And I think I'd done them a lot back to back because I wasn't really PVMing or doing anything else. But yeah, it sounds mental and no one ever believes it that I've managed to do back to back, but there you go. My first 99 is going to be farming. Just hit 93 yesterday. Oh, Saneed, congrats. Nice. I'm well chuffed for you, man. Farming is a great skill. Have you got the pet? Please tell me you have. Honestly, I try to do my best in doing all the trees, fruit trees, in giving me the best chance to get the pet, but I haven't got it yet. Do any of you guys actually have any skill in pets at all? Or not really? I've only got two. I've got the rune crafting one. And then I've got the thieving pet. The interesting thing is, I'm about to show you, this might sound crazy, but I tried to get the fire making pet during Winter Toad. And I managed to get, look at that, 31.7 million XP. That is basically 2 99s in one. And this is the funny story. I still haven't got the pet. I still haven't got the pet. My luck is just terrible with pets. No pet, but I got the... Oh! 200 KC. Oh my god. Congrats. You see, if I get the pet in 200 KC or 100 KC or anything less than that, I wouldn't ever want to skill or do that skill again, if you see what I mean. Because I feel like it just destroys the whole purpose of that nostalgic, you know, feeling of you getting a pet. Runecrafting has a pet. Yeah, Runecrafting has a pet. Runecrafting has a pet. He has a very interesting pet as well. You can basically give it different runes and it changes the color of the pet to that specific rune. Not the whole pet. It's got like an orb within the pet. I'll show you after this task what the pet looks like. But it's amazing. Actually amazing. I've got 3. Adorkable's nice. What pets do you have then? And this is skill in pets, right? Go 88 defense. Back to attack. What's you guys' favorite pet? I think for me it's probably the mining pet. Yeah, Ravi, you see? Mining, yeah, I agree. I like the mining pet as well. I think it's one of the best pets. I've got Herbivore 1, mining, and the farming 2. Ah, Dorkables, you've got basically the best pets out there. Oh my god. Every time you speak, I'm just getting more and more jealous. What the hell? My Lun. TB. TB, what does that mean? What's my loon Lun? What's that? Funny guy. The Herbivore one's beautiful. To be fair, when I done 99 Hunter, I done Herbivore, I didn't get the pet. Mining, I done Muzzleload Mine to 99, I didn't get the pet. Farming, I done everything that you possibly can to get the best drop rate, and I didn't get the pet. I think my pet luck is absolutely diabolical. Sinead, how many pets do you have then? Adorkables, I'm so jealous, man. You've got the mining and farming pet. They're probably two of the best pets in the game. Geez, you're pretty unlucky, I guess. Adorkables, I'm more than unlucky. Like, think about it like this. When I done Winter Toad, I have, look at this, 31.7 million XP in the skill. That is 299s in one. And I still haven't got the Winter Toad pet. And I've done Winter Toad from 70 all the way to 31.7 million XP. And I still haven't got the pet. So my pet luck is just silly. That's why I'm always jealous of people that always get skilling pets before me, because I'm actually one of the first few people, or one of the few people that enjoy skilling. And you know, I'm the only one who doesn't get the pet. Yet everyone else around me gets the pet. So I'm kind of jealous, to say the least. Ravi said he has 0 pets. Nah. Okay. Are you just trying to make me feel better or something? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You got Adorkables telling me she's got 3 pets. 2 of them are probably the best ones in the game. And then you've got Ravi telling me he ain't got any pets. And he's been playing for 10 years. Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Thanks, Ravi, anyway. Oh, God. I love Dagonoth's task. It's so quick and easy. If I could do this for Slayer all day long, believe me, I'll do it. Oh, I forgot my bone crusher. Oh, I didn't even need it, to be fair. I'm not praying. That's alright. I really want the agility pet. Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful pet as well. I forgot about that one. I do like the agility pet too. Funny enough, I done rooftops and didn't get the agility pet either. There we go. It's funny because I done a lot of these skills to 99. I didn't get the pet. I think sailing has a pet too, if I remember correctly. I didn't get the pet for that. Hunter didn't get the pet for that. Farming didn't get the pet. Woodcutting didn't get the pet. Fire making didn't get the pet. Fishing didn't get the pet. Mining didn't get the pet. Agility didn't get the pet. I believe that's it. I didn't get a pet for anything apart from thieving and rune crafting. So it's a shame. Do you have any pets in real life? Oh, good question. I don't. I used to. Interesting story. I had a cat, or a kitten, sorry. Lasted about a day. And then, not that I couldn't manage it, but I feel like I got the kitten without fully grasping the understanding of what it takes to own one. So when I had one for a day, I started thinking about, you know, I can't leave it alone if I was to go out or go on holiday, for example. you know, it's just difficult for me to, navigate around having a pet. But before having the kitten, I had pet turtles. I had 2 pet turtles, Lilo and Stitch. But effectively, when I moved houses, I had to give them away just because I couldn't give them the love that they deserved. So I felt like I had to give them away to a neighbor who I felt would be more capable, because he had kids and he wanted the turtles anyway. So I just gave them away for free. I didn't even ask for anything in return. But at the moment, I don't have any pets. Would I have some in the future? Possibly, when I maybe have kids and stuff. Just because I think it makes a better household when you have kids around. When you have kids around the house, but also if you have cats around the house, I think it just makes a better household. But at the moment, no, I don't. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. Duh. What about yourself? Do you have any pets at the moment? And if not, would you have some in the future? If so, what kind of pets would you have? Lan and Puddy are the turtle names. TB, what is this? What's Loon and Puddy? Puddy. What is that? I think someone's really excited today. Got 69 more left on the task. I have 2 rats and my roommate has a cat. Whoa, a rat? Okay, that's interesting. Have you got names for your rats then? And your roommate has a cat. What kind of cat? What color? I like ginger cats, I think they're my favorite. I do like Bengal kittens or cats, Bengal. But they're very expensive to own. And they get stolen quite a bit. Ah, Ravi, German Shepherd, nice. I do like German Shepherds too. Although dogs aren't really my forte, I'm not really good with dogs. But if I could own a German Shepherd and I get used to it, I think it will be one of the dogs that I would probably own. I do like German Shepherds. I'm just not comfortable with dogs, to be fair. But definitely German Shepherds, I love them. They're very, very cute. They're called Cheddar and Biscuit. See, you were laughing at me having Lilo and Stitch, but you've got Cheddar and Biscuit. And my roommate has a tabby. Oh, okay, I like tabbies. I like tabbies. They're so easy going, like they're so chilled. They don't even do anything. They just sit there all day. They're quite cool names though. Cheddar and Biscuit. That's crazy. be fair, I think you have to be very, what's it called? You have to be very thoughtful when you have pets or when you own pets. I feel like it's very easy to neglect them. I think you can easily just put them to the side and forget about them and just think that they don't need any love and things like that. But they're animals at the end of the day, and I feel like, you know, they love humans and we should love them back. I have a rabbit. Okay, TB, rabbit. Interesting. I've never really, yeah, I mean, I've never really met anyone who, Lula is a pretty name. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. Have a rabbit. Okay, Lula's a pretty nice name. I think rabbits are very interesting pets. They've got like a mind of their own, isn't it? Your dog's called Milo. Oh, that's a nice name. Do you know what's funny? When I had the cat, or the kitten, sorry, I named it Milo. My kitten was actually called Milo, although I only had it for a day. But again, I just feel like it was the best thing to do to give it away. Sometimes I feel like when you deep down know you can't look after the pet or the animal, the best thing to do is just give them away. I just think it's unfair to just keep them hostage in a place that you can't actually give them support or love. So yeah, I think, yeah, sometimes you have to make that harsh decision, isn't it? They keep pooing. Yeah. the thing with rabbits are their poo is so small. It's like little black dots, and you have to be very, very wary in terms of like where they are walking and who it is and where they are and where they're stepping and where you're stepping as well. It depends how you're keeping your pets as well. If it's like in like a massive sort of, not cage, but like a massive open sort of area, like a box, and they can roam around there, then you kind of know where they're gonna poop. But I think it's difficult to always be around them. I think pets are just like having kids, isn't it? It's like you try and do as best as you can. Having a pet doesn't come with a guideline or a rule book, so you kind of have to freestyle a lot of the times. Ankus. Not really my favorite task. Yeah, that's the thing with rabbits. They just poo everywhere. Holy wrench. Put that there. How's you guys' weekend been though? You guys been up to anything? Family time. Watching movies. Fair enough. Okay. I can dig that. I think with movies, there's a few good things on Netflix at the moment. I've been watching something called The Cleaning Lady, and I'm currently watching a documentary to do with some sort of murder. Good weekend, had a couple drinks on the bender. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Lads day out. Okay. Fair enough, each to their own, isn't it? Can't really fault you, man. Place this down. That. Okay. Nicely AFK. Have you guys got any holidays planned anywhere? You guys going anywhere or this year? Can't really fault you on a lad's day out, mate. I want to visit my parents soon. Oh, nice. Do they live locally or do they live elsewhere? Adorkable, I don't think I asked you. Where are you based? Are you in the UK? Most people in the UK are asleep by now. I'm just being inquisitive. I'm in Sydney right now. Oh, interesting. Okay. Nice. I've never been to Sydney, but I'd love to go. I might be going Malaysia. Oh, nice, TB. Malaysia's beautiful, I heard. It's somewhere I want to go myself. I'm sure you will enjoy it. But my mum is Lebanese and dad is Australian. Oh, okay. That's an interesting mix. Fair enough. So you're in Sydney. Is that like by yourself? They retired in Abu Dhabi. I'd love to visit them sometime, but Iran keeps bombing the whole region. Ah, tell me about it. You know, all this politics. It's insane. You know, and it stops people from genuinely going to visit their family and friends. You know, people who just genuinely want to just go about their daily life can't go about their daily life because of all this other stuff that is going on around the world. So it's just unfortunate and it's a shame. How comes you're based in Sydney then? Is that somewhere that you just decided to move to, settle, or is that somewhere you're just studying or working? Not sure now, has there been an earthquake around there? Not sure. Safety comes first. Yeah, TB, I agree. I've heard there's some earthquake that has taken place somewhere in the region. I don't know where, but of course, safety comes first, 100%. I think I wanted to go Malaysia as well, but I don't know if that'll be a plan, but I do want to go New York. I've heard good things about New York, so I might be planning something soon to go New York. The thing is, there is a lot going on in the world, and it's so scary. The world is in such a dire place at the moment. It's unpredictable. I mean, in the UK, like in London, for example, like the weather is so unpredictable. Like we had a heat wave last week, and all of a sudden it's been raining since then. It's like I just don't understand what's going on. I think it's time to maybe move out of the country and go somewhere else. Because I don't know what else is left here. It's poor weather. There isn't much going on. But when you speak to some people, they say, well, it's the same thing everywhere. You know, it's just in different ways. Some people might say, well, you get bad weather here, but you can basically survive and you can eat. Whereas you might go elsewhere, you might earn less, there's good weather, but you might be struggling financially. So I don't know, man. I think the world is in such a weird place at the moment and nobody knows what to do. The job market is diabolical. There aren't any jobs available in the UK. People are just struggling anyway. Um, I don't know. I do feel like it's probably the same everywhere, but you always have that little bit of hope, don't you? That it's probably different elsewhere. But then you might get to that place and it's probably the same thing. Why doesn't everyone live in peace? Life is short, but I guess some are just too far up themselves. There we go. Yeah, love, 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 love for that. Love for that. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Literally took the words out of my mouth. Life is too short, man. And I just feel like people just can't live in peace and harmony. It's like people want some sort of problems and issues to occur. The thing is, I don't think people ever live in peace. This has been going on for centuries and decades. It's not something new. It's always been happening. Like from our ancestors' generation till now. So this is why I say, like, sometimes it was better that when we were kids, we used to have a lot more fun because we could just play games, enjoy our time. A lot of us will just have a lot of friends. We'll play football with, we'll go on bike rides, we'll do so much different things. And it's like now, nobody wants to do anything. You know, if you ask someone to come out with you, it's like, I can't be bothered. I'd rather just watch a movie, mate. It's like, what the hell? Where has that energy gone, you know, in being together and celebrating together and eating together, doing a lot of things together? Where has that gone? It's just disappeared. So I don't know, man. I think the world is just the world is the world, isn't it? And it's just you gotta just go with the flow. But it's just unfortunate that we're living in these kind of times. And it's always about, whilst we're on this topic, it's always about some nonsense. You know, it could be about land, money, power, politics. It's just weird. It's just like, I don't know what the world has to offer anymore, realistically. I just feel like everyone's just skiving through life and just doing whatever they want to do to the best of their ability. And you got to remember, life doesn't come with a rule book or a guideline. So it's like people are just going with the flow by any means necessary. So everyone needs to get their lun out and share it to everyone. What is what's you mean the sun out? Get the sun out and share it. What does loon mean? Lun. What's that? You forgot religion. Yeah, that's another thing as well. I think the difficulty, the difficult thing is with religion that there are so many, and I think that's what causes the divide. You know, everyone you speak to, they're gonna say that their religion is the best, or it's the most perfect one, or everybody should follow that, and la di da di da. And I understand where they're coming from to some extent, but at the same time, I feel like when there are so many, it causes a massive divide because everybody thinks that their religion is the right one to follow, and automatically that causes a divide straight away, because the moment you say you don't follow that religion and you follow something else, or you don't believe in anything, straight away there is that divide, you know. So you are right, I do agree with that. It's an automatic divide. It's just unfortunate, you know, that we're in a day and age that it's become like this. And it was never like this, you know, growing up. I don't remember it like this anyway. I don't know how you feel, but I've never seen it like this before, ever. So, like, where different countries are getting bombed and so much stuff's going on, and it's just you got things going on in third world countries, and you know, I think just be grateful and lucky that you are in a country that is protecting you and you get the chance to have a meal 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. I think as long as you've got that and a roof over your head, you should just be grateful. And these are things that we were never grateful for before. So I think sometimes life throws a curveball, and the curveball it has thrown this time round is for us to be a more appreciative and attentive to what we actually do have, and be more considerate of what's going on around the world. Because not everyone's as lucky as us. I'm telling you that for free. You know, there are people out there that haven't seen half of what we've seen. And there's an old saying, I'm not sure how spiritual you are, but there's an old saying that someone out there is praying for something that you've got. And what you've got, you're not appreciating, because what you're looking for is for something else that someone else has. It's deep, but you know, it's a quote that sticks with me, and I think it forever will. Adorkables, how comes you are in Sydney at the moment? Are you there for studying, or are you just there for work? Or I'm just being very nosy, but I'm very interested to hear because you're quite young, and for you to just move out, the grass is always green on the other side. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, you know, we're all going to eventually die one day. What I don't want to do, I'm doing my master. Oh, nice. The door was nice. What are you doing your masters in? Congrats, by the way. That's a very huge achievement. I hope you do well, by the way. I'm praying for you. It's weird because I served in my army days. Most of my mates were from all different religions, but we were all in one team and looked out for each other. Ah, see? See, it's things like that that you don't see nowadays. I just feel like, you know, people pick and choose who they want to stick with and who they want to follow. And unfortunately, as soon as some people find out what your religion is, they just don't want to associate themselves with you. And I just feel like it's just such a shame because, you know, you as a person haven't done anything wrong and you could be a perfectly good human being. But because of the choice of your religion, you're now having to disassociate yourself from people. Which is quite sad, but I'm trying to become a LPN. Oh, what is that? What's an LPN? What's that acronym? What does it stand for? Educate me. I'm always willing to learn. Very interesting though. And it's commendable that you're so young and you've traveled halfway across the world to do your masters away from your family. Not a lot of people have the courage to do that. People don't even want to travel to uni in this country. You know, people don't even want to travel an hour away for university in this country. The fact that you've traveled miles and hundreds of miles away is insane. A licensed practical nurse. Oh, nice. There we go, you see? Helping other people. It's very commendable, those types of jobs. There's a program on TV that I watch quite often. It's called Life on Edge Surgery. And it's basically surgeons and doctors that operate on the human body, so an actual human. So they will come in with their issue and they'll basically film their whole sort of process on how they do the surgical process. It's very interesting. And obviously you've got nurses on the side and they play their role heavily as well, you know, passing all the equipment across and things like that, making sure that the heart is pumping and it's doing the right thing and it's correct and all the levels are all okay and things like that whilst the operation is taking place. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. I did my bachelor's in Sydney too. Oh, nice. Nice. How long have you been in Sydney for then? Are you enjoying it, or is it a place where you don't want to really really live in? I didn't really go university. I didn't do masters. I didn't do anything like that. So I'm just being educated here. It's not really my forte. Education wasn't really a big thing for me. And it wasn't really a big thing in my household growing up at the time. So I'm not really too familiar with education, but hats off to people who study hard, because, you know, if you look at it realistically and logically, you've been in education probably your whole life. So from primary school, nursery, I think you guys call it kindergarten, up until now where you're doing your master's, you're still in education. So you'll be in education for another, what, year or two or something like that. So it's very commendable, the fact that you've stuck at it, because not a lot of people would. I was born and raised in Abu Dhabi, but I did my bachelor's here, so it's been like 5 years now. Oh, nice. Okay, so you're quite familiar with the area and the surroundings. Fair enough. I was planning on going to Abu Dhabi in May, but my flight got cancelled due to obviously the bombing and things like that was happening at the time. But I would have loved to go. I've been to Dubai in October last year, and then when I came back I wanted to go to Abu Dhabi, and then obviously that's when the bomb started happening, and they of course subsequently cancelled my flight. That's alright though, safety comes first, as TB said earlier on, so can't really complain too much. Same, joined the army at 17. Oh, TB, commendable, man. You see anyone in the army or the military or whatever, hats off to you boys, man, because I couldn't do what you guys do. My flight got cancelled too. Oh wow, when were you looking to go? It will be quite weird if you say May as well. But TB, hats off to you, man, if you're in the army and you joined at 17. That's big stuff. I've been trying to convince them to leave, but they're hell bent on staying. Yeah. Do you know what it is, Adorkables? It's like the older generation and our parents or grandparents, they're just heavy on just not moving. Because I'll speak to some of my uncles and aunties and they will be heavy on just not moving, no matter what. They're just... I can't even explain it, so I understand where you're coming from. It's like you speak to them about moving or leaving and they just say, well, we're just settled here. Why would we want to move? You know, we've settled. You know, if you want to, you know, adventure out, then go ahead and do so. And they're kind of like sarcastic about it. So it's like they wouldn't really, you know, they wouldn't answer the question properly. Early March. Ah, okay. Fair enough. It's just unfortunate. I would have loved to go, because I've seen and heard beautiful things about it. So I was planning on going, and then when it got cancelled, I didn't want to book anything else. So I just thought, you know what, I'll just wait and hold off, maybe until later on in the year, or maybe until next year. There isn't any rush in going on holiday anyway. You know, it can wait. But I think for you it's different because you've got family there, so you're not really going there for a holiday. You're going to see your family, so it's a bit different for you. For me, it's just a holiday, so... Have you travelled much then, Adorkables, in terms of holidays? Do you travel much, or do you like going on holidays? Is there a place that you want to go to that you haven't visited, like a dream holiday? I think everyone's got that dream holiday or a dream destination, isn't it? I'll try to visit them before September. Oh, good luck. You know, I'm praying that you do get the chance to go and see them. You know. Have you ever been to London or the UK at all? I think it's a place that everybody always wants to visit, so I always like to ask the question. My dad's retired now, but he used to work as a pilot, so I've definitely traveled quite a bit. Oh, nice. He was a pilot. That's amazing. Oh my god. When I was younger, I've always wanted to be a pilot, but I never chased a dream. And looking back now, I just couldn't do that type of job. I just feel like my fear of heights, just everything, even flying to some extent, Because if anything goes wrong in mid-air, there isn't much that you can do realistically. So I think the fear of that and constantly being in the air just isn't for me. But it's commendable. Hats off to your dad. Haven't been to the UK yet. Okay. You might want to visit one day. You might enjoy it. Well, I hope you do anyway. He always wanted me to be a pilot. You see what it is with parents? Parents always have like these dreams and aspirations for their kids, isn't it? And I feel like we always go the complete opposite. But, you know, being a nurse isn't a bad thing. It's still good. You're still helping people. If anything, it's probably better because you're helping people and it's probably going to be a bit more rewarding, hopefully. Probably Japan, see what the hype is. Yeah, Japan, good shout. I think Japan and probably Thailand because I feel like a lot of people have said very good things about it. So I think for me, it'll probably be Japan as well. I just want to go to Nintendo World because apparently they have like everything is revolved around Nintendo. So even like the food court and the type of sandwiches that they make is all to do with like Mario, the mushroom, and it's in that kind of way. Oh my god! I got a Dragonic Visage. Oh my god. 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 Whoa. 3 point. How the hell has it crashed that much? I thought this used to be like 20 odd mil. What the hell's happened to this? Whoa. It's only 4 mil now. This used to be about 15 to 20 mil. Wow. It's probably because we've got the Dragonfire Ward and we've got other better shields out there now. But I'll take it. Oh my god. On a Slayer task. Bearing in mind, I've never got a drop like that, but it fills the collection log, so I'll take it. But yeah, I do want to go to Nintendo World. I'm a huge Nintendo fan, so I want to see what all the fuss is about. And plus, in Japan, they've got this massive, long pedestrian crossing. I want to visit that crossing and take a picture in the middle of it. And then I want to give it to Adorkables to draw it for me so I can frame it. Wow, I can't believe that. Today's been a very good day for drops. Oh my god. I think Adorkables is the lucky individual, or TB. One of you guys is bringing me this luck. This is absolutely crazy. What the hell? Today's been an absolute amazing night, to say the least. Pot up again. Boom. Oh god. It's all thanks to Cheddar and Biscuit. Talking of Cheddar and Biscuit, I think I might need to get a Cheddar and Biscuit from the cupboard. I just uploaded a funny short with them. And Lula. TB. You and your Lula. Oh god. Yeah. Oh god. Bless his heart. My dream holiday is probably Bali, but I think it's such an obvious thing to say. Yeah, I mean, it's quite standard, isn't it? I mean, you ask a lot of people and they'll probably say the same thing. You know, Bali or there's another one. What's the other one called? I can't remember, but Maldives or Bali. Quite standard, but each to their own, I guess. I mean, it looks beautiful. With me, I'm not really a chill type of person on holiday. I like doing activities. So I like more of the city life. So places like Turkey, Istanbul specifically, Morocco to some extent. Like I like loud sort of places because I mean in London it's very loud and I'm just used to that. I don't like the peace and quiet. What about you, Adorkables? Have you got a dream holiday or a place that you want to visit or go to that you haven't been to already? Zebby wants to know if you've uploaded your shorts. Zebby, welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for joining. And oh, guys, if you haven't subscribed, you know, I try and stream every day. If I can. I think at the moment I've done it every single day for the last week. So yeah, guys, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate it. Probably check. Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting pick. I haven't really heard people say Czech Republic. Interesting. I think for me, I'll probably say Saudi Arabia. It might sound crazy, but I think Saudi Arabia is probably going to be very good. Very niche, I think. I've met a lot of online friends in LOL from there. Oh, nice. See, I met a lot of friends on Call of Duty, which is funny because Call of Duty is like a 6v6 and it's like you always come up against people. And I've met some very, very good people from just playing the game. Funny enough, I'm Muslim, but I probably can't enter Makkah anymore. Yeah, I understand. Life is a journey, isn't it? It takes you, you know, through different waves and things like that. I'm Muslim as well, by the way. You know, don't feel alone. I'm Muslim as well. I don't think I'm a good one, per se, but I think we've all. I don't think there is a perfect Muslim out there. You see, I think everyone's just on their own sort of journey, pathway, and we do the best that we can. You see, as long as you treat people with respect and you're not a bad person, I feel like you could be doing a lot worse. So don't kick yourself about it. We're in the same boat. Ah, there you go, Ravi too, you see? Oh, this is amazing. Got the whole sort of shebang going on today. Oh god. It's nice, isn't it? It's like we've never met, we don't know who we are, we've never seen each other before, but you know, we're so alike in so many different ways. It's just phenomenal. I think everyone's got a lot of work to do personally, so my mom used to shame me and tell me all about how I can never enter my cooking because I'm all ink now. Yeah, do you know what it is with parents? I think they're from a very cultured and different background. So I think it's difficult to be raised up in a household that's very cultured and to do something that isn't the norm. Obviously sometimes parents don't really help when they make their comments and things like that, because at the same time, you know, we aren't anyone to judge. Like, you see with parents, they're humans as well, just like us. They make mistakes, probably different mistakes to what we've made, but I feel like sometimes they don't understand that they are also humans and that we are also humans, and you know, we're on different journeys, and sometimes it is the parents' fault. You know, I don't want to say it, I don't want to be the devil's advocate here, but sometimes it's the parents' fault too, you know. Because it's not going to help anyone if you just shame them or you just, you know, you say things about them. It's not really going to help anyone. If anything, it'll just push people away even more. There isn't a single religious, pious person on this planet. You know, everyone makes mistakes. It's in all of the holy books. The same thing is in all of the holy books, that no human is perfect, and we all sin and we all make mistakes, and you just try and ask for forgiveness and try and do what you can to better yourself. But you know, there isn't much that you can do as a human apart from do your best. Shaming never did me any good, nor did it encourage me to do better. There you go, see? Exactly. It goes without saying, isn't it? Because I don't have any kids myself, but I imagine that, you know, speaking down on someone, especially your own child, and when it's coming from a parent, I think it hits a little bit more. So you tend to drift away more than you bring yourself closer, if that makes sense. I think parents sometimes don't understand that concept, and they just think that they're doing the best thing by just scolding you or just shouting and screaming, but it doesn't really do anything. And I feel like you get to a certain age where you are your own adult, you're responsible for your own actions, and God will judge you by his own means, you see? Like, by you being inked up or you're doing what you're doing isn't, you know, affecting them in any way per se, because you're an adult, so you're going to have to answer for yourself anyway. So what they have to say about it doesn't really matter. I know it sounds harsh, but at the same time, like, you're not really their responsibility anymore because you're an adult. It's different if you're still a child, of course, but when you become an adult and you're legally able to do certain things, there isn't much that anyone can say apart from advise, and it's up to you whether you want to take that advice or not, you see. So, you know, you can't stop someone from doing something. You know, if someone wants to do something, they're going to do it anyway. So it just is what it is. I think we've all done things in our life that our parents wouldn't be happy with, but, you know, I think being inked up and tattoos is a thing that they can see. So I think because they can visually see it, they will always make a comment about it. But there's loads of other things that we may have done behind closed doors. So, you know, it's a bit of a grey area, because I feel like if they heard about some of the things that we've done behind closed doors, they'll be thinking worse things. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, it's a weird, you know, and it's not just parents, it's just society, isn't it? Better to sit and talk rather than curse. It's like no one wants to socialize and fix things. People rather take it to the grave, which is not the way but most choose that way. Yeah, there you go. See, I think TB put it in the best possible way. You know, I couldn't have said that any better. TB's absolutely right. There are family feuds, you know, that could be fixed by just having a conversation. But I think people just don't want to fix things, and they'll rather take things to their grave. And that is it. And the thing is, difficulty is when you come from a cultured household, sometimes you'll try and, you know, have a sit down, or sometimes you'll try and rectify issues, but you'll just be told the same thing, that, oh, nothing's wrong. Well, clearly something is wrong because nobody's talking to each other. So what are we doing here, you see? Even my dad that nags about it. It's always my mum for some reason. Yeah. Do you know what it is? You know what they always say? You've always got that one parent who always will be the harder one to convince, or the most difficult one to deal with. So I think in your case, it's your mum. So everyone's got that one parent, trust me. I think in my case, it's exactly the same. I would say it's my mum as well. You see? And then you got my dad, who's more chilled and calm about situations, and he just lets you sort of get on with it. And he just basically says you're accountable for your own actions. And that's all he says, you know? And he just doesn't comment about much. But on the other hand, you've got the mum. I think it's always the mum, isn't it? The mum's always commenting and making comments or sly remarks, or they'll say things to other family members and things like that. And it just makes the situation worse. It doesn't make anyone feel any better. Depends if it's a son or daughter. TB, I don't know. I think it's the same. You know, I don't think it really matters whether it is son or daughter, because if you're a son and you do something, well, I hate the term wrong. I don't want to say wrong, because what is wrong anymore, you know? But I think culturally, if you do something wrong or against the norm, or you go against the grain, as a son, there's certain things that automatically you'll be scolded for straight away. And as a woman or as a female, if you were to do certain things, you'll be scolded for that as well. So I think it goes both ways. I don't think it really matters whether you're male or female. I think it depends on what culture, you know, how cultured your household is, what is your background, and what is the norm and isn't the norm in your household. And I feel like if you go against the grain, it just goes left. I think it's because my mum is really close with her relatives and whatnot, and they love to gossip and compare. Yeah. Oh my God, you're explaining like quite similar things. I think, yeah, you're spot on. I think that's what it is. Especially if your mum comes from a very cultured background and she's very close with her siblings or family and things like that. What tends to happen is that if she has something to say, she probably wouldn't say it to you. She would probably say it to her siblings, as in her siblings, or her family relatives and stuff like that, because they're quite close-knit and cultured if she's coming from that sort of background. Whereas the father or the dad is more sort of, you know, always worked his whole life, always been out of the house, and isn't really the one to sort of be involved in any sort of hoo-ha. And he's kind of just left in the dark about certain things. So they're always the calm ones. And I think that's what it is. I can't think of anything else it would be. I think it's difficult. It's difficult. Oh, there you go. See, Ravi. For me, it's my mum too. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. She'll gossip about me to everybody. I think we're all in the same boat in this chat today. we're all in the same boat. We're all floating. Well, not floating. Some of us are drowning. Seems like a universal issue, I get. Yeah. It's interesting. See, this is phenomenal. It's incredible how, you know, all of us are in one chat. We're all from different parts of the world. And we've all got similar issues. Definitely won't end up like her if I ever have a kid. Yeah. I think it's a learning curve, isn't it, for you? Because what you've experienced, I think for everyone, to be fair, like what we've experienced, you know, we would want to be different towards our kids. Like we wouldn't do some of the things that our parents did, or our elders did. So I think at the same time, it's an education. It's an educational process, to say the least, because it makes you become a better person for when you have kids. Do, 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 do. 3 more left for this task. People just want to talk nonsense. Yeah, Ravi, I agree. When you're 18, you're allowed to do what you want, and religiously, then you are fully responsible for yourself. Yeah, exactly my point. Exactly my point. You get to a point where you're not a kid anymore, you know. If you commit a crime, you're legally responsible, you know, for the crime that you've committed. Ah, Dorkable is commending you. Bars. 100%. I can't say anything better than what you've just said and the way you've put it. If you kill someone, you go to jail, you see. Same with, I think our elders and parents need to understand that concept as well, that you're an adult now. You're going into your own grave. Nobody's going to answer for you, you know, and that is it. You're going to be left alone in your grave. I always say, you know, your coffin never came with a bunk bed. You know, you're going there alone. So I don't understand why parents are always so demanding and so like, oh, you have to do it this way and there is no other way. You know, if you don't do it this way, we're going to disown you, or we're not. It's just I don't understand that whole sort of analogy. No, I mean, that's like a really extreme analogy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Adorkables. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah. But I see what Ravi's saying though. It makes sense. I understand what he's trying to say. But yeah, it's a very extreme analogy. But Ravi, I get what you're saying. I think it's a challenge. Again, I think it depends on what sort of background and culture you're coming from, because everyone's going to have a different culture. Um, but yeah, I think people just love gossip in this day and age. People just love talking nonsense about each other instead of sticking together and growing together, or trying to better each other. We're so distant from each other. It's just sad, really, to say the least. It's just very sad. Will it get any better? I don't know. I think these similar things have been happening for decades, or centuries, I should say. I don't think they're going to get any better, but let's see what this sells for. 6K. Not bad. I think I've made what, about 4 mil from that task? Not bad. Not bad. Now I know why people love Slayer. Now I understand the concept. Let me get this out and let me see what next task I can get. Honestly, I did not expect to experience any war in my lifetime. Likewise, same. Greater demons. Oh, God. Everything seemed so peaceful. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, same. I agree. I think I've been trying to understand myself, about what has happened, but I can never seem to answer that question. All I keep thinking about is that world was a better place when I was younger. Like, we didn't have these troubles and worries, and all of a sudden it's just shambolic. Suicide rates have gone through the roof. More people are killing themselves than ever before. Why? It's just, there's so much that's just unanswered. Even growing up, like, some of us never grew up with a lot of money, but there was a lot of peace in the house and things like that. Now, all of a sudden, that's just been taken away. Now people are more comfortable. People have more money that they earn than ever before, but for some reason, people are just more miserable. Cost of living is out the window. Yeah. Maybe it's that. Maybe it is that. Maybe it's the cost of living that is just turning people mental. Definitely, yeah. I agree. I think it's probably the same everywhere you go in the world. I think Sydney's the same. London is definitely the same. Cost of living is through the roof. Can't afford to live here no more. That's how bad it's gotten. Speaking of cost of living, I need to run some errands while it's still warm outside. Fair enough, Adorkables. I think I'll probably call it a night anyway. It's 1 a.m. here, so you know, I think I was just streaming just because I was really fond of speaking to you all today. It's been very, very intellectual. I've learned a lot, and I hope you join again. If you haven't already, just subscribe and turn on the notifications. So when I stream again, which should probably be tomorrow, then you can maybe just join again if you want. It's 10 a.m. here. Oh my god. Whoa. You're a whole day behind or in front. I think you're in front. Is it the 9th there? The 9th of June? Or are you behind us? $10 a.m. That is crazy. Whoa. That's crazy to me. It's the 9th. Oh, okay, so you're in front. Oh my god. So that means when I sleep and wake up, it will be nighttime where you are. Oh my god. That's crazy. Nah. This is crazy. I subscribed and definitely will be tuning in again. Dorkable, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. Thank you for joining, and thank you for obviously speaking and just making this chat and stream just so much more fun. Thank you very much. TB, if you're still here, thank you for joining. I appreciate you all. And yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you guys later on. Take care, and Adorkable, stay safe out there. Hopefully you get some cheap groceries. Oh god, bless you all and take care.